The state said we don't get King of Elbe this year, so we're here protesting. This is the No Kings of Elbe protest.
She come out break the night, the pink skies waving goodbye. She come out break the night, leaving no traces around.
This is not a protest as much as it's a loophole, and I want to make it very clear that this is not a political video or anything like that. It is a play on words. There is an event in the Pacific Northwest called the King of Elbe, and from what I understand, the state has made it much harder for them to get the permits to do this because it is too big, and the state is uncomfortable with how big it is becoming, which I can understand. However, to me, this event represents who we are as off-roaders in the Pacific Northwest, and even though they can make it difficult for us to get permits, they cannot stop a peaceful protest. So when I saw on Facebook that someone made a No Kings of Elbe protest, I couldn't resist. When they were able to get the permitting for King of Elbe, it was centered around this one obstacle, which is called Boat Ramp. And this is where we're going to be hanging out most of the day. We're going to play off in some other parts of Elbe as well, but most of what we're going to see today, most of the carnage, most of the awesome action, most of the awesome P&W trucks are all going to be playing around on Boat Ramp. And if you haven't seen it in person before, you just can't capture this thing on camera. In the rock crawling world, I see two main categories for driving style. You'll see people that are high wheel speed, high horsepower, just launch it like a space shuttle up the obstacles, and it oftentimes, especially when things are slick, works awesome. And then you see the slow crawl, like just try to find traction at really low speeds, low horsepower, low weight, and I usually find myself in column B. And these Toyotas that are just slowly gripping and grabbing and finding the best route, the best wheel placement up this obstacle is something that it might not be as exciting. You won't see as many people cheering for it, but I like to see that really slow technical rock crawling. All that to say, I learned something about myself today. When there's an audience, you'll see. When I bring the Samurai up here later today, I'm not exactly slow crawling.
big tire right there. Here we go. Nice. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Oh, denied. They're slippery right now, man. Everybody's getting hung up there. Oh, no. Before it gets too rowdy, I'm going to try to send the samurai up this thing.
Are you? Oh, yeah, right.
Now's a good time to thank John for helping me film this. It is very, very helpful to have a second pair of hands holding the camera. And as you can see these next couple moments, it's pretty dirty too.
How was that, boss?
Oh, dude, it was good. How'd it look?
Oh, man.
You got a lot of mud on the lens.
It's not.
It was good. I'm glad the samurai
It's not my lens.
Zipped up. Yeah. Now that it's around noon, it's really starting to fill in. Tons and tons of people are showing up to spectate, showing up to try to take a shot at boat ramp, and it's starting to get really fun. However, this dude shows up with this extremely clean custom cab Toyota, and I just wanted to go have a talk with him and tell him, dude, don't do this.
Custom. Let me get in there. Dude, that thing is way too clean for boat ramp.
I don't want to say that these are rare, but they're pretty rare, and every one that I've ever seen, you can like see through it. It's rusted and just not well taken care of, or it's melting away in a field. It's just painful to watch such a clean truck get drugged through a situation like this. But he eventually backed off, and some really well-built trucks threw themselves at this obstacle, but not before the crowd booed at the next guy for not trying it.
Everybody's booing him. That is how you make enemies here at boat Holy cow! Holy shit! Oh, people are picking it up. Of course, we want to keep this place open. That is some PNW living right here. Barbecuing in the middle of the mud. You gonna run this or what, dude?
Jeez, that's the question of the day. Everybody wants me to run it like right now. I'm gonna take one more run up it. I'm not gonna go full speed, but we'll make a little ripper-upper. I'm trying to get the wife to drive the brown Fiat up, but she's never been up it, so the crowd's kind of intimidating, so we'll see.
For those of you who don't know, John has not only one Fiat buggy, but two Fiat buggies. And he doesn't want to just be the only Fiat buggy going up today. He wants his wife to drive that one.
Down helps every time.
He's not going hard, he said.
I almost killed all of them.
I got hit in the eye.
Just you wait to listen for the storm. Hear the difference in the wind. When dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again. Far away when the hurricane comes in.
I know that society sees us as rednecks and hillbillies, but you're looking at firefighters, you're looking at electricians, machinists, military. The people that build these trucks and climb these hills are problem solvers and innovators. This is how much of the hard-working backbone of America spends its free time, connecting to nature, and even more importantly, connecting to a real community face-to-face. I called this channel Dirt Lifestyle because I have the same foundational addiction as all of the people that you see in this video. And even though there's somebody in a city, in an office somewhere that can deny us the ability to get permitting so that we can have the events that we want out here, they can't stop the spirit that lives inside of each and every person that likes to enjoy their public land. And I know that at the beginning of the video I said that this isn't a real protest, and it's not. But I feel very moved and inspired when I hang out with these groups all over the country. It feels like we're one big off-road family. And as soon as someone tries to put their thumb on that family, it does hit me the wrong way. So maybe the No Kings of Elbe protest should be a yearly thing. Maybe this is something that we do every year. Even though we can't get permitting, maybe we all meet up and we enjoy our public land the way that we want to do it, and it's not an event that needs some sort of sponsorship or some sort of clearance from the government in order to take place. Maybe it's just a bunch of family from all over the country that meets up, tries to conquer some hills, and help each other fix their broken junk on the trail.